I hope this morning finds you all well. This is my first day of on my new schedule at my plantation. See, I'm not a successful YouTuber. I'm an aspiring YouTuber. I've had my YouTube for some time now. Some would say, give it up. Considering the challenges I have with establishing my channel, but this ain't about me. It's kind of relevant to how people try to get on in this content creator space. How people get on, and I guess you could say what it say. Is opportunism the right phrase I should use? Thirstiness, that might be more better. You know, um, these past 5 years. We just give it a strong 5 years. 912. Or so we gonna give strong 5 years. These last 5 years, as far as the internet world, you can't go on now platform and not see a Charleston White video, something related to Charleston White, and that goes from Twitch to fucking uh 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 fucking Rumble, Beagle, Facebook. He ain't got a Facebook. TikTok, he ain't, they won't even let him do shows on TikTok. Instagram, whatever. And due to the fact that this man has been running this YouTube shit for a while, and if you've been paying attention, there's always, there's generally uh, someone that he might be responding to, because in a lot of these situations and circumstances, Charles White is responding to shit. All these past few days, well, maybe a little bit longer in the past few days, but it seems to be intensified when it really should, in my mind, it should have been dying out. But I guess you can blame this partially on the fact that Mr. Cotton, the good Mr. Cotton, you might know him more formally as Say Cheese, uh, he had Charleston. He had Oshino. Now Oshino, Oshino's been on my Instagram uh, follow list. I've been following, because when you first start, you a hip hop nigga, okay, you might maybe like a Freeway, a Beanie Siegel, then Oshino might pop up or something like that. Nigga follow Oshino because what I saw with Oshino is that the nigga can draw, he can paint or whatever. I said, okay, dude, do that. And then, he telling little old stories, whatever. I didn't necessarily follow too many lives, but, I go and check out his work, as far as his painting shit. So it really was a surprise to find out, the Oshino going to Charleston White, Oshino say he going to Charleston White. I'm like wondering, well, damn, for what purpose? I ain't never really heard Charles John. I guess when Charles White saw Oshino, that's probably the first time he figured out how to pronounce his name, and he, really that's what a lot of y'all niggas want. Just want the nigga to say y'all name so you can feel as if you touched upon something. Uh, there's this thing that's been, it's been established, I guess, at least about 4 years. It's called the Charleston White effect. The Charleston White effect is what happens when Charleston White might find a no-name YouTube channel. It might be a brand new YouTube channel. He'll do an interview with him, and they'll monetize in almost 24, 48 hours, week tops, whatever. And, that's a benefit to people. Now, there's some people that feel as if, okay, their best route to success is trying to go against Charles White. You might say, well, whether you have paperwork or anything like that, even with Charles White is snitch, Charles White snitching. There's still no paperwork. The man said he's a law-abiding citizen. Uh, So when you come on here and it's the same, after all these years, you would think they would find something better to say. Well, he's informed, he's rat, he worked for the Fed, he's an agent. When my criminal days of criminality, strong criminality, not saying I was a kingpin, but I done dirt enough to where I would still be locked up if I actually got caught in some cases. In my days of criminality, it's my understanding that, if you're going to call somebody something, you got to have representative proof. And if you're really dealing with street information and business of that nature, now, my time was largely before the internet and all that shit. Now, the internet was started when I was finishing. We didn't talk on phones, nigga. We didn't. If it was a crowded room or party, we didn't even talk like that. The pillow talk. We didn't pillow talk to our bitches unless we was using our bitches' money to re-up or something like that. Where she was involved in the shit. We didn't talk. So what I'm saying, okay, Oshino came on and he interjected himself, I guess, in the situation with Gillies, the Charleston White. They know it's say Charleston TV. Sean Cotton know by now say Charleston TV. So when you niggas get on here and say, well, you and try to foment your lips to say that Say Cheese made a Charleston White, ask yourself. Well, maybe I guess now at this point, ask yourself, why would a popular channel that was pretty much pointed at the youth, why would that channel consistently have a 40-plus-year-old man on there when it's a youngster's channel? I'm just asking. I mean, I guess when I say maybe I got to be careful, because Oshino gets about 2 interviews in about a month on Say Cheese. I ain't heard the new Say Oshino song. I ain't seen Oshino concerts. I ain't seen Oshino doing big in the culture as far as music is concerned. Now, you're real talent with the drawing shit, my nigga. You all watched the Charles White Say Cheese interview and was in your bag of feelings. Now, if you have the ability to discern and look at things from a logical, reasonable fashion, and be able to absorb constructed information, that man gave y'all. He gave Mr. Cotton. Mr. Cotton know he got constructive information from Charles White. If you find a nigga, and it don't have to be Charles White. If you find just any nigga, any white boy, Asian, Mexican, whatever, you find a motherfucker that from the seat of his car can talk his way to $5 million net worth, and so what you're saying is that a nigga that can talk his way to $5 million net worth, he needs one channel. One channel. I mean, hey, one channel. And that channel by itself is responsible for him getting to the point of 5 million, going on platforms all over the country, being requested by platforms overseas at this point, going from the seat of the car to the movie studio to the motherfucking stage, consistently sold out shows. Ain't no amateur comedian you done heard of that done it like Charleston White. That's why the fuck they hate him so motherfucking much. That's why you don't see them niggas culling up with Charleston. Because they know, it's not fair. It's not fair that he's so successful, whatever he's doing, and he says such mean things to us, and, we go to us YouTubers, we're just trying to make it. Y'all niggas is practically nutting on y'all selves for the idea that Charleston White and Sean Cotton don't do no future interviews. Let me ask you this. If Charleston White and Say Cheese TV stop doing interviews, which one of you niggas gonna step up and get them views and that engagement and that money that Charleston White has bought to Sean Cotton as well as himself? Now, you got to understand, just by the law of niggas, if a nigga pays you 10 racks every time you sit down with him, can you imagine what you're making, what that person that pays the 10 racks is making on top of the 10 racks he's paying out? So just because you and your feelings, you feel as if Charleston White, you really overestimate his dependency on these platforms. The nigga ain't had a monitor. Y'all YouTube niggas wait for YouTube commercials. I ain't gonna lie, I like a YouTube commercial on my shit. Y'all wait for YouTube's commercials. This as moderator for the real Charleston White for a considerable number of years. Uh, Charleston White don't make no money off YouTube. Charles White helps other people make money off YouTube. And they compensate Charles White for his ability to bring views and engagement and subscribers and traction to their channel. So let me ask this. Whether it be a Pretty Flacco, the Pretty Flacco just loves to come on and talk about Charles White. Whether it be a Oshino, can you go? Can no? Matter of fact, y'all niggas got platforms. Oh, it's just y'all platformed up. Who's the last guest that you got and put on your platform that's gotten 1 million views in a week? I'll wait. Cause y'all really kill me with the shit that y'all be on, man. And y'all say, I know Charleston White. Charleston White is my brother, my friend, my family. Y'all looking at this small nigga YouTube channel, if that's your nigga, then why ain't you this, and this? I do it. It's all on my back, baby. It's all on me. It's on me, baby. I don't lean too hard on the tricks. I don't lean too hard on the bullshit campaigns where I got to have another nigga's name in my mouth just to maintain traction. As soon as you get finished saying Charles White's name, you're going right motherfucking back down, Shino. Do you have a album that's coming out? Maybe get Just Blaze and maybe on a small level do what Nas did with DJ Premier. Do you think you could do that and get any type of relevance out of yourself? You're back on there, and really it's interesting now. Now I would hope that Mr. Cotton's in on the play. Mr. Cotton should understand the play. I hope that Mr. Cotton's because I'd really be much chagrined. And y'all gotta look up the words I say. I don't give a fuck. I'd be much chagrined if that nigga was willingly pillow talking to your ass in the public about another nigga in which your name wouldn't be spoken on at the level it's being spoken on right now if you didn't say nothing about it. You really should be saying thank you to the nigga. And I say that if Mr. Cotton applies just even half, I'm sure he disagrees with some things Charles White said, but I'm sure if he applies just even half of the information that Charles speaks on, he'll be fine. Oshino said that, now he talking Aiden Ross, this, that, and the third. Sean Cotton's a very big influence in the community. Sean Cotton can't take Aiden Ross out. How much you want to bet? Sean Cotton get Charles White's YouTube turned back on? Sean Cotton can't stop Aiden Ross. Now, them people, now my hat's a little bit bigger than theirs. Their hat sits back here somewhere. Something like that. Aiden wears them hats to sit back here like that. They're like cereal bowls, like soup bowls. And they sit on the back of their head. And these people have a lot of power. Although they don't want you to say out loud that they have a lot of power, because that would be considered anti-tism. But you got to acknowledge it for what it is. Do you think that he said so she like traded you faded Ross? I don't know, you made him. Nigga, come on, man. Like I said, He picked your 40-something years up, old ass up. Are you doing Charleston White numbers? Do you have as many interviews as Charleston White has on Say Cheese channel? Since y'all talking so intimately, did you ask Say Cheese how much money he makes off Charleston White? Did you ask Say Cheese that does he really think it's a good idea to have a rift between one of the hottest niggas on the internet, a person who's getting in rooms that not necessarily just to be cajoling up with some of y'all niggas idolized heroes and shit, but to get shit done in the name of building a nigga nation? They gonna shadow ban me. And hey man, I ain't tripping at this point. Because I know that what I did along the course of putting myself in the position to be shadow banned, it was successful. I remember from the TI day when the TI tried to take nigga shit down, the boss talk days, the gang banger days, the versus New York days, all that shit, nigga. I said front row in the center. I was like a usher because I'm the moderator, nigga. So I'm listening. I can't necessarily watch, but I'm listening. I'm reading commentary in the chat, and you know, same things being said after all these years. The man, he said the same things all. He's told you the game over and over again. I'm on here playing because I think everybody on here playing. And once upon a time in the beginning, I was like, man, everybody couldn't be playing. But as time goes on, you just start seeing points and shit like that, whether it be on your regular TV news or whether it be motherfuckers who play newsmen on these platforms, playing Entertainment Tonight, TMZ on these platforms. Y'all niggas is playing. You need a better plan to even put a dent on that nigga armor than just sitting on a nigga platform trying to get a check because you interviewing a nigga. I see shit because since I've been working with Mr. White so long, I'm in this algorithm. I see shit like, well, you'll have niggas that talk about some shit with Jay Prince like it just happened yesterday. The shit with Jay Prince might have happened 3 years ago, and then you might have like videos where old arrest video. You'll have niggas talking about the time when he did the comedy show and threw the chapter. This is old shit. The reason I bring up the Jay Prince video and its timeliness is because hell, first of all, it's in Texas. Second of all, the nigga ain't said shit about Jay. And you know why? Jay Prince ain't even on the nigga radar. Jay Prince wasn't even on the nigga radar when he said something about Jay Prince. The only time it really got to a situation where it was really even an issue with the Jay Prince was when the nigga wanted to do it when this lady called Miss Pap, Parents Against Predators. That's her nickname. Pap means Parents Against Predators. When she invited Charleston White to a youth event because the kids love Charleston White. Do the kids love Oshino? Do the kids love Oshino? Do the kids even know Oshino? Is Oshino outside giving kids $100 bills? Not a community. That is a community activist. Just as hell, I can do this, and I love my nigga people. I'm not on here trying to tear down other nigga people for no constructive reason. I tell White always talking down about black people. At the end of the day, you ask yourself this question. Although it might hurt your feeling to the highest level, is what the nigga saying true? Is it the fact what he's saying true and it sting you so hard you can't do nothing but go with it? You can protest it. You want to hit him, you want to do this, that, and the third, but he police. The day when he talks about it, sometimes he made the point that once upon a time, nigga was like, call the motherfucking police. And when the police came, some niggas will squabble with the goddamn police. They'll more likely lose. I remember one time, the earliest, aside from situation with my old man, the earliest nigga that really just stood on 10 that I saw, It happened in Kimball, West Virginia, McDowell County, Patch, because I was raised in the country. I was born in the city of Cleveland, Ohio. But I was raised in the country. It was a nigger named Fletcher, man. This nigga Fletcher, he would always, and they'd be going around town, he'd be high on weed, or drunk on liquor, but he was known as what might be considered as a troublemaker by them Peckerwoods. So, one day I don't know, I was walking to the store or whatever. I saw Fletcher in the back of that police car. That nigga was, that I ain't gonna bother raise, man. That nigga, just picture my hand being his foot. That nigga was in the back of that car. Boom! 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 That motherfucking back when that squad car came out. Man, I said, oh shit, they about to kill this nigga. But that shit was, hey man, that's a different era. I guess when they put the stick on Rodney, y'all niggas calm down now. Y'all got a little less tough. Y'all got a little bit more, I guess, either cautious when dealing with the police or what have you. But I digress, man. I just want to get on here and say, Oshino, Flacco, any of y'all niggas got a video up to, oh, Charles White, big mistake. Charles White, just, if and only if Sean Cotton decides, oh, I just can't do it. I've had enough of Charleston. I'm not going to put Charleston on there no more. What's up there, Twice Z? Twice ZC. I'm not going to put Charleston on the Say Cheese platform no more. You think Charles is going to fall off? Answer in the comments if you watch the video later. Click like and share. I don't ask that shit. So maybe if I start asking that shit, maybe it might grow and might have an audience and then I can do an actual call and response to. But even if you don't hear it yourself, my words tend to have, I'm on a tremendous level of shadow banning. But somehow, some way, somehow my talking points get out into the metaverse. But I'm saying this. Charles, from 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, onward to 2026, there's been a consistent elevation. Because game has been applied, and that means elevation. 2026, do you think it's going to stop or slow down now? And the reason why he's saying, man, I'm working to be advertiser friendly, because being advertiser friendly broadens your reach to more people. It makes you larger. It makes you more relevant. Oshino, do you think that if Sean Cotton was relying on your content to run his bit, or some of those other, because some of them other people, I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't watch Sean Cotton other than Charles White videos being on there. I might watch, like I said, I used to watch the whole video when we might have somebody on there talking about him. But I don't, other than that, and when Charles when he do the video interviews with Charleston, I do my best to assist getting views for the videos. I share, I post in groups. Once upon a time, I was follower of Say Cheese Facebook page and also Say Cheese Facebook group. Now, Facebook, although they may say that's dinosaur land for, people on social media. But so Facebook, due to the fact it has such a broad audience, and most of the time the audience is more mature people that got money in their motherfucking pockets. I share shit over there. I would tag Say Cheese group, I would tag Say Cheese fan page, and share it into Charleston White's private Facebook fan page, and and just many other groups that would be interested in Say Cheese and Charleston White interview. Because my goal is to make sure that what has already been established, which is i.e. million views on Say Cheese channel for Charles White interviews. My goal and my purpose is to make sure that this Underground Railroad has all its stakes stomped in properly. Make sure all the stops connect. Make sure that all the passengers and the people that are responsible for facilitating the journey of that train, make sure they on their square. Now, the conductor, the ambassador, the general, the nigga nation, he got, aside from Pops, Mr. Willie Price, in which he got the game from, it's we underneath the guidance the leadership. But of course, when I say the leadership, be careful. Y'all niggas really be tripping because y'all ain't used to have these type of situations. When I say leadership, the nigga ain't. I don't consider the nigga over me. I don't consider the nigga under me. Ain't no I, ain't no big eyes, ain't no little U's, baby. Uh, this nigga said in the comment, he told me, I don't know what the comment he's making. He might have made something to the comment, saying that either Charles not big as say cheese or something of that nature. I said, you know, he ain't trying to be bigger than dude. Ain't no competition. And a nigga would try to be funny with me and say, well, you sure ain't no competition. I said, I don't compete with nobody. Now, do I look like a prize fighter? Maybe once upon a time I was better shape. Do I look like I'm playing motherfucking football or basketball or any of that bullshit, nigga? Am I trying to be I ain't trying to be the prettiest nigga. I ain't trying to wear the prettiest clothes of y'all niggas because y'all see I'm an older nigga. I'm an elder. I ain't no OG because hell, that OG shit just really looks pathetic on a lot of y'all niggas. I done seen a lot. Fucked a lot of hoes. Been a lot of places. Had a lot of experiences. You know. And I'm going to tell you, then this is going to be the end of this because I came on here to make content. I need to be more consistent, but I really was getting irked. Because every time as I scroll down the YouTube timeline, I see this shit and I know it's going to be there. Do you think, I'm just basically asking, do you really think, any of y'all niggas really think, maybe y'all do because y'all keep bringing up, you really think that this nigga going to cut off this water? You think Sean Cotton going to cut off that water? This nigga is making more and more connections by the day. Not only connections with y'all so-called celebrity people, industry connections. I ain't heard no. Now I watch closely and carefully. I ain't seen no evidence of him signing no sell your booty away contract to get to what he getting and get where he getting. He ain't signing himself away. It's called partnerships and conglomerations and link up. See, what y'all want to do is make Sean Cotton Charles White's motherfucking boss. Come on, nigga. Come on, nigga. I don't think Sean Cotton would dare say that, make the inference that he's bossed over Charleston White. I don't even, and as much as y'all niggas said, I don't think Sean Cotton would ever say that Charles White is dependent on him. And maybe, and that would be really surprising, if I don't think that Sean Cotton would have the mitigated gall to say that he made Charleston White. Sean Cotton wouldn't have had Charles White on that motherfucking show if Charles White wouldn't be in Charleston White outside of St. Cheese. So with that said, man, I know my nigga don't like me doing this shit. He a grown man. He ain't talking for me. I don't need you, feel me. I'm grown man. Hey man, I adopted this purpose. Broad asked me in the comment, what's your purpose? Why you tell me what's your purpose? Don't worry about what my purpose. I saw the vision and I picked up the tools to add my contribution to building this nation, nigga. This connection, this conglomeration. If I'm standing next to my nigga in cities where he doing shows or wherever city I go to, this shit that y'all be doing online, that shit don't mean nothing. When you see real love, the nigga walk around, like I said on below, nigga walk around and touch shoulders like Muhammad Ali. That palms is too easy. Kissing baby, his campaign is unlike no other nigga you done seen since some of them old niggas. But y'all still want him to be the small niggas. Want to play down in the mud with y'all and worry about a goddamn YouTube check. YouTube will cut your water off, bitch. You can be as big as you want to be. If YouTube decides, well, we don't want you to be seen, we don't want you to get no traction, YouTube will cut your motherfucking water off. I know I'm not retired. I think I speak very well. I think I communicate very well. When Charleston let me know what the amount of money that could be made on online and stuff like that. Because once upon a time I wasn't doing nothing but making lives and just for the sake of teaching, communicating. When he told me about the money aspect of this shit, and a lot of y'all really don't understand, and I see this on some of the channels, the new channels where you might do an interview or whatever. Now, you also have to be responsible of making good content. I'll see that you would think that if somebody has a whole lot of views on a video and a video that does well enough to get one channel monetized, that traffic will come to the channel, because it's a growing channel. It grew up real fast, and that should draw attention to it. There's some kind of way in which once you get finished riding that Charleston White, them Charleston White views, the algorithm drops you like bad dope. You might have 250,000 views. You make a video, the next day you might have 100 views if you're lucky. It's better to be a friend than to be a thorn in the nigga's side. That is, if you think you sharp enough to be a thorn in the nigga's side. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't get no responses. I don't get no talk. I don't get no evil. I don't get no mean comments. No, oh, yeah, right, 100. Wait till that happens. Because this really could have been a better video. Well, I ain't gonna say it's a bad video, but it could have been much more exciting if I was able to respond to some of you guys, what you might have to say in response to what I say. But let me tell you this right here. That ain't the last Charles White Say Cheese interview. Why don't y'all say Cheese if that's the last Charleston White video? Y'all don't have no problem asking Charleston. Two palms up to receive all blessings. Nigga nation or nothing, man. Culture is an instrument of power. And people always talk about the culture, the culture, the culture. What is the culture? What is culture? Culture is whatever a particular group of people is doing at a particular time. Look at what you're doing. You got another man's name in your mouth, and a name of disliking a man, but hoping and wishing and praying that man give you you 2 rockets to put on your motherfucking Timberland boots to shoot you past where you is. I could have been the next man that could help me. It ain't my thing. Stay down until you can get down. Because when it's my time to get down, nigga. Let me get my call. Let me get my energy that I need to get from audience instead of just talking and pulling it out my ass. I digress, man. Nigga Nation done 2 palms up. Peace and love, man. Y'all niggas get out. You're going to end up looking dumb. Probably in less than a motherfucking month. Charleston White's probably going to hit with I always forget my nigga name, but he's real big too in the filmmaking. This Charleston White documentary is coming out. I said on Facebook in this group, I said, man, do you imagine what kind of, this is going to be the crossover part, really, because you saying F Charlie K, F the Asians, this, that, and the third. When you're doing all that and you don't have nothing to contrast that, then you're not going to grow. That's what he's telling you. That's what he told you. Now, if you coming out with a documentary that's telling the story of how you went from being an accessory or complicit or a part of a murder. You went and did whatever punishment that was deemed suitable and necessary for you. You come out of that. You have a few more hiccups, but then you have a child. He made a point. He said, you know, it's not too many niggas that can stand up and say that they day one daddies. Y'all was attracted to or drawn to Charles White because he might have been talking about your set. I'm gonna tell you what got it for me with Mr. Charles White. I saw Miho. Well, first, like I said, when I saw what he was doing with the kids, now that's the side that I saw Miho in one of the earlier videos. That channel been deleted, and Miho was looking and listening to that man, to his father talk on the phone. King, I swear, I bet the little dollars I got in my bank account right now that your sons or your daughters don't look at you when you saying words coming out your mouth the way that nigga kids look at that nigga, because you were nowhere near them kids as much as that nigga was when they were growing up. So, hey brother, rest in peace to your child. Rest in peace to Gilly Child. It don't mean a motherfucking thing. I don't know you. You don't know me. My feelings don't mean whether they harsh or whatever. You better learn how to play. And play the right way. Because all that shit y'all got going on is artificial. It don't compete. And it damn sure don't compare.